Here, the Raw Lifestyle, and today is Thursday, November 10th, 2011, and it is snowing outside. It's too early for that. I guess not really, not in Michigan. Anyways, I'm going to start my morning off with 1 quart of room temperature filtered water and the juice of 1 whole lemon. And I'm going to put all of it in here because I just love lemon. Yummy. So I'm going to drink this, and about a half an hour later, I'm going to eat breakfast. It is a few hours later. I drank my lemon water and then did some things around the house and some YouTube stuff and all that fun stuff. I really wanted the strawberries, so that's what I'm going to have now, and I was contemplating putting them in a smoothie. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and eat the strawberries plain just because they're so sweet and delicious. And then probably maybe in like 20 minutes or so, I think I'm going to make a blueberry, coconut, banana smoothie. Sounds great, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut these up. Strawberries turned out fabulously delicious. Oh my goodness, you guys, they are so good. So I want to just update you a little bit because I told you about the low thyroid condition that I have. And recent blood tests confirmed that it is Hashimoto'S thyroiditis. And I'm really having a hard time with it. My health has actually regressed a lot. There's a lot of things going on with me. You know, it's just awful. So there's many causes to the Hashimoto'S, even though that a lot of places say that they don't know what causes it. One really common cause is adrenal fatigue. And the major cause of adrenal fatigue is chronic stress. I've had chronic stress my entire life, and it is time that I do something about it. I really need to dive into meditation and yoga to really just kind of reduce those stress levels, because that will help a lot. I have done some things naturally just to kind of try to help, you know, boost the thyroid gland, you know, making the thyroid stimulating hormone, and there's not a whole lot I can do being pregnant with the Hashimoto's, because it's an autoimmune disease. It's attacking my body. It's, you know, my own body's attacking my thyroid. So there's, you know, I could do a couple things to try to stimulate the thyroid, but as long as my body's attacking it, it's not really going to do a lot to help that. Also, being pregnant, it is an extreme necessity that it is under control, not only for my improved health, but for the health of the baby. If it goes untreated, it can cause so many different problems. So there's a lot of things I could do, but they all relate to detox, and I can't detox being pregnant. The good news is I'm about almost 3 months, so I'm about 3 months along. It's about 6 more months, and then I plan to just dive right into a bunch of detox and a bunch of anything that I can do. I've cured my thyroid once before, and that's another thing. I had hyperthyroidism, which is a common correlation between the Hashimoto's. Is you're high for a while, and then, you know, you go low, and it's Hashimoto's. My mom has low thyroid, so it very well could run in my family, but I believe that there's a couple other things that have contributed to it. Number one, the adrenal fatigue, probably the chronic stress. It's probably the number one, and I can try my best to reduce it, but as long as my environment doesn't support that, then that's really hard. So I just need to be more aware of things going on and then taking care of it as it happens, you know, removing myself or whatever's necessary to help reduce the stress, because that's number one. I am required to get the flu shot and the hepatitis B vaccine for the nursing program. Both I was highly against, and they told me there's no way that I cannot have the hep B. Like, I will get out of the program. And it's something I feel really passionate about, helping others and becoming a nurse. I was able to forego the flu vaccine. I've never had one with a doctor's note. So that was a huge relief. I'm not being poisoned that way. But I did have the hepatitis B, and I kind of felt okay with it. Talking to my mom, she was an RN, and so on. So I felt okay with, just, I guess, protecting myself, and I guess I didn't read enough about it. But I had 2 series of the Hep B at the beginning of the year, one, and then 3 months later another one, and then my thyroid was checked in the middle of my juice fast, which was in May, and my thyroid was completely normal. It had been for so long untreated, and I'm sure the raw foods helped a lot. After my thyroid was normal in May, June I got my 3rd Hep B series, so I completed the series. Well, the nursing program wants the antibody test to prove that, you're immune. Well, I had it done recently, and it shows no immunity. It shows that basically, like, I didn't even get the hepatitis B. So now I'm like, what is going on? What did they shoot me with? Why would I not have immunity? Like, I don't understand. The doctor said there's nothing I can do about it. Being pregnant, he recommended a booster or possibly just restarting the series. There's no way I'm doing that, because if I have no immunity to the hepatitis B after having the full series, and now I have Hashimoto's and autoimmune disease, I'm just wondering, I'm not saying there's a correlation, but I'm just wondering if there's any correlation between that fact. I mean, because why would I not have immunity and now all of a sudden I have autoimmune disease? And like I said, I do have a history of hyperthyroidism, so, Hashimoto's is very common to get if you have a history. Between the hepatitis B vaccine not giving me immunity, now having autoimmune disease where my body is attacking my thyroid, the adrenal fatigue, which I'm just diagnosing myself because that's the #1 cause of Hashimoto's, and the #1 cause of adrenal fatigue is chronic stress. It all just kind of makes sense to me, and I'm sure the hepatitis B, whether it didn't cause it or did cause it, it didn't help anything. If anything, it did make everything worse. So at this point in time, I need to think about the baby. I need to make sure that the thyroid is under control, so the hormone is a quick fix. It will make me feel better. It will help my levels become normal, which will in turn, hopefully, I will have a normal pregnancy and everything will turn out okay. I am only looking at this as a temporary fix. I plan to really, basically go on 100% raw food, vegan diet, no strain. I don't even think I'm going to eat the raw milk cheese anymore, being after I have the baby. I don't know. There's a lot I have to think about. So I have to think about just being really nutritious for that, and I may just eat eggs instead of meat as a protein supplement because I'm not doing good with the meat. It causes inflammatory in me. It causes the acid reflux. It's very recommended with Hashimoto's to eat, good levels of protein. So I'm going to have to figure something out. They did send me to an already registered dietitian who's like, you're not getting enough protein, and you're not this, and you're not that. And I tried to educate her and say, look, I'm eating dark leafy greens all the time. I eat, pumpkin seeds and walnuts and almonds, and I drink almond milk, and I find that I'm getting, maybe not quite adequate amounts of protein, but just about, But being pregnant, you need a lot more. So that's the only thing that I would probably veer off of the 100% raw food vegan is maybe just having some protein in the morning. And I can also do the raw protein shakes. It tastes awful. I got the Garden of Life raw protein powder, and it's just really disgusting. But there's a lot that a lot of time I have now. I have some time. I can research into preparing a plan for myself. There's like no NDs around here at all. I'm thinking of just saving up a whole bunch of money and coming to California or something like that just to talk with some people, some really highly respected NDs that specialize in endocrine problems. It's something that's really serious. It's a really serious condition that, maybe I can't cure myself, but I'm sure going to try, and I'm going to try to do whatever I can, and I welcome any and all comments about this subject. If you have it, if you've cured it, if you have helped it. I'm still high raw. My weight is 226. My lowest weight was 216 in May on the juice fast. Actually, the beginning of June. I think it was June 1st. It was 216. So I'm up about 10 pounds in 5 months, which, considering I had a really bad month in September, I think I've done very well considering, that I had this really low thyroid problem, and I hadn't weighed myself in so long, so I don't know if it's recent weight gain or what. I do know going from a juice fast to solid foods, and then I was eating brown rice and beans and stuff like that, that's going to make you gain some weight too. So I feel really good. I'm still down 20 to 23 pounds from, the beginning of the year. I was 248.8, 249, somewhere in there, and I'm 226. So that's amazing. I have really accomplished a lot. I've learned a lot. But I feel like I can't quite be 100% raw right now because I don't want to detox. Being pregnant, I have a lot of toxins in my body. I mean a lot. And I really want, everything to come out okay. So really I only have about 6 more months, and that's plenty of time to do some research and get a really good plan, solid plan for myself. Really not doing good with the diagnosis, but I did some research and it's not the end of the world. It's something that I believe can be cured. I believe I believe I have adrenal fatigue because, it only makes sense with all the years and years and years of chronic stress, especially lately. Like, it's just crazy. And a lot of it's my environment. And so I have to make some really hard life decisions as far as that goes too. The nursing program doesn't help at all in the stress department, but I just need to practice some breathing and some meditation and just a couple of techniques that will help calm my body and reduce the stress. And the exercise, that's one thing too. I have not been active this whole entire time. I've had bouts of going to martial arts and stuff. We stopped that because of financial reasons. So I've got a treadmill, I've got a couple of things, I've got stairs, there's no excuse why I can't start getting more active, which will help a lot. So I have a lot of plans, a lot of goals. I just wanted to update you guys on my new diagnosis, and I welcome any and all comments and advice. And I know that I don't support being on a synthetic hormone, which isn't 100% synthetic. It is synthesized in a lab, but it's not just made up with powders and liquids, and it actually comes from a natural source. A couple of them come from plants, but they're in one form and we need them in our body in a different form, so then they have to kind of make it into that form. So I've read a little bit about it and I feel okay with the decision to at least do it for me to feel better and for the pregnancy to be healthy. But it is a temporary thing. It is not something I plan on being on long. I think shortly after the baby's born, I see how I feel being on a 100% raw food vegan diet, and possibly just stop at myself and then just have my blood work drawn and see how I'm doing there. But I don't want this to be too terribly long. I just wanted to update you guys, and I'm going to finish my strawberries and probably make the smoothie a little bit later. So there's a little bit more footage I want to get today, so I don't want it to be too long, but that just kind of sums it up in a nutshell. And if there's anything else I think about, then I will put that in there too. So not the end of the world, having a hard time with it. I just want my health to improve, and I just want to feel better, and I want a healthy baby, and I'm willing to do a couple of things that I don't agree with to get there, and formulate a plan to fix this problem. Until later, you guys. So I'm at Meijer now. I'm actually gonna pick up that prescription, which I know is like a band-aid, not even, because it's gonna help bring my thyroid levels up, which is necessary for the baby's health and such, but it's going to do absolutely nothing for my immune system attacking itself. That's still going to be happening. So here my immune system is going to be attacking itself, and then I'll be able to at least bring my thyroid levels up, which is important. But I think I'm going to make a video for Dr. Robert Morris and just ask his opinions too, because I don't know if it's going to do anything for the symptoms. I feel just it's really bad. So I'm going to take the thyroid supplement to get my thyroid levels up higher so it doesn't impact the pregnancy and the baby, but it's not a fix. It's not even doing anything for the Hashimoto'S, But anyways, I'm here for the prescription. I'm also here because I am going to return these pickles. Even though I really have been craving pickles like crazy, and they seem like the least amount of ingredients, and they seemed okay, this polysorbate 80s really has me concerned. So I went home and I researched it, and it is not something I want to put in my body. So I don't know. I just encourage everybody to pay attention to the labels when you do get things in packages like this. You think that, just the cucumbers, water, salt, garlic, vinegar, dill, and the turmeric, you know, would be good enough. But this is like an emulsifier, and I don't know why it's in here. It's not in every package, so I'm just gonna go buy some organic ones or something ones that don't have this in it. And this is in a lot of foods, I found out. So if you guys are curious about this chemical polysorbate 80, definitely do some research. But I am going to go ahead, you know, I wanted to support that they're local and all that. I haven't opened them. I don't know what the store is going to do with them. I know sometimes it's not good to return food. Maybe this will be a message to the store. I will let them know exactly why I'm returning them and get my $7 back, because believe it or not, it was $7 for this. It looks great. They look like they'd be good, but I got my receipt here and I am going to be returning them because I do not want to consume polysorbate 80, period. So I'm here for the prescription and return these pickles. And look at this weather. Oh, yuck. All right.